sure you would all have heard of Gigantica by now, but Danny has now managed to get hold of another venue just over the road, aptly named the Road Lake. It's a similar venue in size, but the stock's very different. The idea is to create a venue where you can get loads and loads of runs and catch plenty of decent sized fish. Me and my friend Tom have been fortunate enough to have spent the last 4 days over there, and we've had a really good time. We've caught plenty, and over the next few minutes or so you're going to see how we managed to do it, what's in there, and how you can go there and do it for yourself. They'll fight so hard. They haven't been up before. They don't like it. Got him. Well, here he is. My first Road Lake carp. Run me absolutely ragged. Fishing, like I said, I moved after spending last night in a swim fishing in the edge. Didn't get anything. Heard a lot of fish showing in front of the swim I've just moved into. The rod probably hadn't been out any more than 10-15 minutes, and yeah, this little fella slipped up. As it happens, as I slipped this one in the net, probably 5-10 minutes ago now, my middle rod went as well. Unfortunately I lost that one. So I'm fishing quite far out, there's a lot of snags over there, and up against the snags, quite a hefty battle, and the little barbless hook slipped out, so that's a shame, but the fish will be fine, and hopefully I'll have plenty more to show you. Right, I'll just brush back over what's just happened. We've been and had our dinner, we've come back, we've got the rods out. They've probably been out half an hour, 45 minutes. I was just setting the camera up, you know, to do a bit to camera and explain to you what we've done this evening. And as you'll see, the rod's gone while I was doing it. They haven't been out long. Whilst I'm playing mine, Tom's rod has then gone. So he's playing the fish now, and I've just netted what looks like one of the Gigantica stockies. Another one's just shown as well, so looks like we could be in for a really good night. You know, the Road Lake, Dan wants it to be nice, really prolific, you get plenty of bites over the road on Gigantica Big Lake. You know, it's not the easiest lake in the world. Rewards are there to be had, but this, hopefully, we'll be able to get plenty of action over here. I'm going to go and help Tom, see what he's got. We'll have a look at this one in a minute. Well, how about that? Just before the light goes, an absolute perler. Undoubtedly one of the Gigantica stockies, and certainly one to watch for the future.
Elliot's roared off first. When I was help filming, this one roared off. My right hand rod must have been in for about 10 minutes over a nice bed of pellet, and happy days.
Well, last night I said it looked like we could be in for a good night, and fortunately I was right. Tom's had a few. I had 5. I actually wheeled in at 4 o'clock in the morning due to the fact that I hadn't slept. God knows how many we could have caught, but you know, it really was hectic. Staying awake all night never does you any favours, so I reeled in at 4:30, but we've got some fish here to show you. Tom's got one as well, so we'll get them out and have a look. Well, here's one of them. Again, absolutely pristine little common. As far as I'm aware, most of these are uncaught, and if any of you ever get the chance to play one of them, you'll understand what I mean by the fact that they go absolutely mental. He certainly wasn't happy to see the bank, so we'll get him back and have a look at some of the others. Well, I thought I'd show you this one. It's probably my favourite one of the night. Again, absolutely pristine condition. And as far as I'm aware, it's one of the Lahore strain mirrors that are resident in this lake. There's plenty of variety on the Road Lake, you know, which is nice. We've had some gigantic scalies, we've had some of those wily old commons, and a few of these as well. So, next couple of days certainly looks like it's going to be good fun.
Me and Elliot had quite a few fish between us last night. He's outfished me last night, so it's all on me today to try and get a few more on the price. But look at this for a stunning fish. It's got a seriously clean mouth on it as well. And I'm definitely looking forward to catching a few more of these Road Lake special creatures.